Hello everyone, it is Race here and welcome back to the channel everyone. So in today's video everyone, I'm going to be telling you all my kind of tips and secrets on how to make money fast and easy in Welcome to Bloxburg. Now granted, these are the ways that are most helpful to me, so they most likely won't be helpful to you. But these are ways that have helped me make a lot more money in Bloxburg along with some of my friends, and I want to teach you all how to do the exact same. I have seen a bunch of YouTubers do these videos. I'll put a few of them on the screen right now, but I'll be showing you all how to make a lot of money on Bloxburg with my preferences. So without further ado, let's just get started. So number one on my list has to go to obviously working in Welcome to Bloxburg. That is probably the most easiest way to make money in Bloxburg, but probably the most boring way for most people. Now we obviously know that the main working place that a lot of people use is the pizza delivery place at Pizza Planet because the paychecks there are literally insane. But a lot of people end up finding that it's really hard to work there because you have to take a lot of time and it's really just time consuming and you get bored very quickly. But some really good ways of keeping yourself motivated to work is to be on a call with a friend, listen to music, watch YouTube, or but anything to keep your mind distracted so that you can keep working but also still be able to have some fun will help you make a lot of money in Bloxburg. Because before you know, you'll have made probably around 50,000, and before you even know it, you're like, oh my gosh, I just made that much money. And I feel like I've only worked for 5 minutes. So that's a really good way to make money in Welcome to Bloxburg. And another good thing about pizza delivery is that if you use a little mood station, you can just pull up on your pizza cart right next to your mood station and get all your moods up without leaving your shift, which I find is really good and handy because all the other jobs stay in that exact same area, while in pizza delivery, you get to go around the map and pass other people's plots. Now, another good way I found out of making money in Bloxburg has to possibly go to a glitch I found with my very good friend Kaylee, where basically you have one person sit AFK on the side where one of your friends sits quote unquote AFK, and they'll technically still be at the workplace, but they just won't be working. And therefore you, your friend, or whoever you're helping can work at their station, but at your station. And now I did a little bit of a test with all the workplaces in Bloxburg, and the 5 places that this technique works at is Mike's Motors, Ben's Ice Cream, Bloxy Burgers, Styles Hair Studio, and BFF Supermarket. This is a really cool thing because you can make twice the amount of money while working, even at a lower level. And the higher your level is, the more money you'll make doubled. So I find that a really good way, and working is definitely the most easiest way to make money in Bloxburg. And yet again, at any other workstation, you can also be watching a YouTube video or listening to music or calling with friends because that will keep you motivated to work. Number 2 on my list has to probably go to gardening. And I know what you're gonna say, gardening, what's the point? You're not. And the cool thing about gardening is that you can make money off of it when you have to sell the stuff, but you can also get your gardening level up. So while you're making money, you can also be getting your gardening level up to actually get more plants that you can put in your houses or in the exterior of your houses, you know what I mean? But what I do is I basically go to the gardening section in the build category, and then I select the planter, whichever planter really works, but I prefer one that's kind of bigger so you can fit a bunch more stuff in it. And then I place a few around it, and then place 2 sprinklers, or how much ever will cover the entire area, basically so you can wire them to make it go quicker. Then you can just plant some plants and then wait for it to grow, and then you can sell it. Or if you have flowers or carrots or anything like that, you can harvest them or you can store them. So basically any food will go into your fridge and any decorations will go into your hand, where you can put in vases or anything like that. But I find this is a really cool way to make money in Bloxburg because depending on what type of plant you have, you can make it from $50 to $200 more than what you actually spent it on. So I find it really cool to garden and make money because 2 for 1 while you're doing one thing, which is kind of a steal, not gonna lie. Now number 3 on my list has to possibly go to a cafe or a hotel. I know you're gonna say people just build them for fun and no one really goes to them. That is true. However, a few good things to kind of have about a hotel or a cafe is to make it look presentable. Have a nice looking exterior and interior to drag customers' attention in. That's a number 1 rule, is that you want to have the exterior and the interior look good so people feel welcome into the area. I'll put a few pictures on for inspiration of what people can do. And the second thing about having a hotel or restaurant is prices. Now, the prices need to be relevant and realistic. You don't want to have some budgets of oh, welcome to my hotel. it's $1,000 per night. Like, no. Try and make it more realistic. Like, spend like maybe like $100 per night, so you can make some money off of it, but like not like so much to make the person go broke. As well, for like a restaurant cafe, you can possibly like, you can ask what people want to order, and then whatever they order, you can take of what you have to make, add like 20 bucks to it, because you're technically spending your money to make that food. But if you add like extra money, then you're also making a profit off of it. But I find that's also really cool because it's kind of like also like a role play thing. So if you're into role playing, personally, I am not the most favorite with role playing because I don't find it the most interesting thing to do. But if you are into role playing, this is a great way to make money in Bloxburg, because you can also show like your building skills and role play. Then number 4 on my list has to go to daily logins. And daily logins really are helpful because you can make a bunch of money off of them, along with having Bloxbucks, which if you don't know, Bloxbucks are actually really hard to get because you can only get them with Robux, unless if you log in every day for 5 days. Basically, each day you'll get a certain more amount of Bloxburg cash. It starts on day 1, which is 100, then day 2, which is 500, day 3, which is 1,000, day 4, which is 2,000, and day 5, which is 20 Bloxbucks. So within 5 days, you're making 3,600 Bloxburg cash and 20 Bloxbucks. And if you keep logging in, you can make a bunch of money. In fact, now that I think about it, in 3 weeks, you can make over 10,000 Bloxburg cash and 60 Bloxbucks, which is pretty good. So daily logins are definitely a thing to do because you get a bunch of money off of them. You get Bloxbucks, so you can get Bloxburg enhanced like build items, so then you can upgrade your house with those type of things because they're really, really cool. And plus, when you keep logging in, you'll get trophies, and you also maybe get like Bloxburg cash or Bloxbucks as a reward. Like, oh, you've logged in like 30 days in a row. Here's 10,000 Bloxbucks cash. Or for example, oh, you've done this. Here's 2,000 Bloxbucks. That did happen to me. But yeah, definitely daily logins, definitely do them. You can get a bunch of money off of them, and you can also get some pretty sick trophies. And finally, number 5 on my list has to go to a glitch that was happening in the 2021 Bloxburg Christmas/winter update. Now, I don't know if this is going to come back for the 2022 Christmas/winter update, but I feel like since it was in the 2021 update, it might come back for the 2022 update. But basically, 𝕄𝕚𝕟𝕚 and 𝕄𝕚𝕟𝕚 add the ability so that when you click on your character, you can make a snowman by basically rolling out 3 snowballs, stacking them on each other, and decorating it to make the snowman. Now, the catch is that snowman that you could make was actually the exact same snowman as the one in the build category. So you could make one of those, and then when you went into the build category, you could sell it for $250. And where it actually cost over $300 in the build category. So a bunch of people ended up as a group. And I remember I see like groups like 5 people just building a bunch of snowmen on someone's plot, and then they would all just delete them all after. And you could make some money off of this. Like, I remember, like, I helped one of my friends with this, and she made over 50,000 Bloxburg cash with it. And I think that 𝕄𝕚𝕟𝕚 and 𝕄𝕚𝕟𝕚 actually heard about this thing, but they actually didn't want to patch it because it's like, oh, you know, maybe like a little like special Christmas job building snowmen and then demolishing it for money. I don't know. I'm surprised that they didn't patch it. But if this comes back in the winter or Christmas update of 2022, I definitely recommend doing this because you make so much money off of it. And once again, watch YouTube videos, listen to music, hang out with friends. Goes by really quickly, and before you know it, you have a bunch of snowmen that you can sell for money. And an honorable mention of this has to obviously be buying with Robux. Because, you know, sometimes you're just lazy to make money, and you just want the money in that exact moment. And I have to say, I have done this before. But basically, I had to go as where your money is, and press it or click it, and then you can choose how much money you want. And as you can see, you can buy up to 500,000 Bloxburg cash, as you can see in my example right here, but I cannot do that because I'm broke. I don't recommend doing this because it's just a waste of Robux, and you could buy a bunch of other stuff for like Robux besides Bloxburg cash. You can work for it. Anyways, everyone, that is all for this video. I really hope you guys did find these ideas helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me do any more of these kind of tip helpful videos, because I will gladly do them. Make sure, everyone, to hit the like button and subscribe to be a part of the Race Fans, which if you do not know, just so you know, the Race Fans are probably my favorite people on the internet. So if you want to become a Race Fan and you want to become my favorite people on the internet, subscribe, because that'll totally help me out. But I love you all so much. Stay in school, everyone, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, everyone!